Alrighty then. What is up, everyone? Happy Monday, and welcome back to another edition of our stay at home open mic, aka the online mic, aka the late show. That's right. We are live and alive in the 915. My name is Rich. I'll be your MC and host for the day. We are based out of El Paso, Texas, and this is brought to you by the Barbed Open Mic series. We do this online show every Monday, and we have been since April of 2020. So if you're returning, a returning viewer, fan, guest, performer, welcome back. Great to have you guys. If this is your first time tuning in, great to have you guys here. This is a platform for creatives who want to share a little bit of their writing, their work. We do welcome, in addition to poets, writers, we welcome musicians as well, singer-songwriters, which we do have of today, which we're super excited about. But just like any other open mic, if you want to perform, all you have to do is sign up. You can find a link to sign up in the link in the description. It's not there yet. So if you're watching this live, I'm going to be adding it in just a little bit. Give me a moment. We just went live. And again, shout out to everyone who is here with us when we're live. I see there's a few of you already jumping in. So again, good to have you guys here. You are our wonderful, lovely audience. And since we really can't see you like at a live show, we can't really like tell you're there. We something that helps us is if you participate in a live chat. Just let us know you're there, say hi, where you're listening in from, and of course, what do you like about each poem? And of course, each performer. As always, I'm going to encourage you guys to share your social media handles, your link tree, your YouTube accounts, anything that you want to promote, including your books, where people can purchase those things. All right, so I think we've covered it. Each performer gets about 5 to 7 minutes to do their thing, whether it be original work, something they're dusting off, that they haven't read in a while, something more experimental. If it is, just message us if it's crazy, like requires multimedia stuff, or of course the vaunted cover poem. Anyway, the cover poem, yeah, that's a fun tradition we have here. If you're here for the first time, you'll see it pretty soon. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and navigate you guys along this journey. We are based out of El Paso, Texas, but thanks to the magic of the internet, we're going to be jumping around from place to place all over the country. Sometimes we even get to go a little global, a little international with you guys. So that's super fun. As always, if you guys like it, support the artist. Even if you can't purchase a book or any merchandise, one of the coolest things you can do is like their content online, share it, because as you know, the more you share it, the more it gets pushed out to more people. And that's all we want. That's all we need. Anyway, regardless, let's go ahead and kick things off, as we often have done many, many times in El Paso, Texas. And what can I say? Sometimes I have the danger of talking people up, and our next performer has a lot of acclaim behind her name, so much so that when other people host, they always like make me introduce her just so I can like list off all the proper credits, which to be fair, I don't get to do every single time either. But today I'm just gonna let her words do the talking, as they should be. Let's go ahead and welcome back to the online stage, Robin Schofield. Hello. Hey, Robin.
Hi, Richie. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's see. I'm going to read some things out of my new book, which hasn't materialized quite yet, but it should. These are some of the things you go through with a small press, but I don't complain because Mouthfeel Press has published me when nobody else would. So I'm not complaining. So this one is called Broken Hummingbird. Big-eyed and frantic, shining like the waxy leaves of the creosote bush, in and out of the yard like a whisper of rain, he would die soon after visiting in vain all the bushes and feeders, useless to him now with his beak stuck open in a sideways V, the translucent straw of a tongue thrusting at the blooms and feeder as he circles tiny helicopter. These birds live at the brink of starving. Their slight frames hide motors that run at 1,200 huffs per minute. My friends, like Job's, had many suggestions. Get a butterfly net. Call an avian wildlife vet. kill him with a rock to give him an easier death? No doubt he had already given out by the time I told them. By his feathers, a young one. He must have smashed into a mirroring window to fight his own reflection, staring back at him when the sun struck the window just so, and his fiery nature ignited, the bird made of light, fighting his own solid image in the struggle for survival, his kind, destroying the self, fighting the other, who turned out to be no other. Okay, and this one is called At Faywood Hot Springs, New Mexico. And it was published in a nice little journal out of, I think it's Colorado's. Well, it's in Pueblo. It's the University of Colorado at Pueblo, I think. Pilgrimage, that's the name of the journal. It's called At Faywood Hot Springs, New Mexico. His skin shone white as adamantine rock that night under the meteors, loaded with minerals and metaphor. His hair the color of the gypsum sea, east of here near the Rocket Range. I craned my neck in my own stony skin, separate but joined by the hot springs, shadowed heads above water, bodies transmuted by refraction into the lightness of our youth, erosion-free and buoyant in the thermal waters among the revolution of ancient rocks that fall and fall in the near perfect studded cobalt sky. They never thud to earth, born again of fire while we are reborn in these pools that capture a 1-second flash, one brief life after another, as we go on singing old songs warmed by the steam that hides beneath the stony surface of the earth. And that is a fun place to go, Faywood Hot Springs, clothing optional. And this one is called Small Pools in a Dry Rio Grande. The great blue heron stays by the empty river, while the divine explodes in every star. A few minnows angle in pools left over from drought as divinity suffers. A father and son also fish for the rare minnows to use as bait at the big lake north of here, Elephant Butte. I try to figure out how divinity suffers while the dog bites the heads off dead fish and romps through the small pools. 4.5 billion years after a supernova rocked a cloud of dust and gas, the heron nests in Afghan pines on the east bank. An underground channel keeps the river alive, while the barest spark hints at the divinity. Some activists filed suit on behalf of the river, but no one sued in the name of the heron. She reflects by the small pools and considers dancing as I reflect that divinity suffers. I follow the heron's footprints in dry sand, so much sand in my shoes it bruises my toes. The dog splashes in the small pools and the heron flies off to her nest. In slow wing beats, I hear the divine rhythm. Observed and unobserved, supernovae burst around us. The pine trembles as she settles on a large branch, scaly yellow feet around it, midnight wings folding. Okay. And this one's called At a Trumpet's Blast. we shall become known, whereas until that time we shall have been unknown to ourselves, such as dark matter is known by absence of light and presence of gravity, starlight leaking. If this absence of light is your answer, whatever the question was, it is the one you have been given. Let go your cupped hands so that the solitary leaf cutter bee goes to pollinate the star-crossed bougainvillea and solar flare Tacoma. She is all the universe will ever need, dark matter nesting in the knotty pine fence, her monotonous song ever circling. When the trumpet sounds, will we be left behind? Will she be the one transformed? Say it to the scrub desert. Your answer is the pollen, golden sacrament on black legs. This galaxy now circling a black hole and whatever dark matter holds us together. Okay, am I out of time?
I was totally not timing.
What?
You hit 7 in the middle of that one.
Oh, okay.
I just don't think we can hear too much.
Well, my other one is a cover poem. So, can I do my cover poem?
I think that's fine. Oh,
You
Jose,
have a hat
perfect.
on, so
Oh, yeah, that's because I need a haircut. Yeah, I'm gonna do a poem out of Jose Olivares, who came here. We have his signature on this book, and it's a finalist for the National Book Award in Poetry. Right, Kit? Yes. So I'm gonna do, before we got comfortable saying love, we dapped. We hugged tight, we toasted with too many words, none of them sweet. Like our drinks, we imagined ourselves stiff, strong, Manhattan gold. Those nights we made our hips rhyme with the hips of women we didn't know how to love properly or with conviction. In private, we confessed our fears poorly, skipping stones on the lake, something about stones and fathers. Under our microscopes, we fried ants and gave them to our crushes. We pushed and shoved. We laughed. Between us and the men we wanted to become, there was a boulder. We couldn't move it with brute strength and so decided it was impossible. We made up family curses. We blamed the good soil we were raised in. We hung out with the men on our side and it wasn't so bad. Miserable as we were never alone and thus resolved we could live with our failure if all of us stayed here, where we only touched fists and never for long. So yeah, he's awesome. I really recommend him. I hope he gets it too. That'd be great. And me, I have a book coming out called Ridge of High Pressure. Should be out any day now. And I'm going to have a virtual launch on October the 8th, which is a Sunday, and that's from 3 to 4 Mountain Time. And then I'm going to have an El Paso launch on November 15th at the Little Temple, where I'm going to read with the Papagayo Club. I'm really looking forward to that. And thanks, Richie. And what else? Oh, yeah, I'm doing Tumble Words this Saturday. We're going to look at a part of a poem by William Carlos Williams when he came to El Paso and crossed over into Juarez, went late in his life, and he didn't understand he wasn't supposed to eat the lettuce and things like that. So we're going to look at a tiny part of that book-length poem and write about the desert music. And that's Saturday from 1 to 3. And you can hit Kid up on Facebook for the link. And that's what I'm doing right now. Thanks, everybody.
All righty then. Perfect. Thank you, Robin. We're all looking forward to all those things. And that Tumble Word sounds fun. I love the title. God, Am I gonna have to cancel something so I can attend? It's possible. I got something that day. I don't remember. Oh, Saturday's my only day off this week. Oh crap. All right, never mind. I'm thinking out loud now. What's up, everyone? This is our online show, our open mic. I kind of lost it on the time thing, but I pulled out the timer now. So Ken and I will be just double checking on you guys. I think we probably it's good policy probably not to start a new one after 8 minutes. I think that's a good call from now on. So I'll hold the timer up for you guys. I don't want to flash. I don't want any flashy things, photosensitivity and all that. Or I'll do spirit fingers. I don't know, or dance on screen. We'll figure something out. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to Ron Mark Thompson, our friend in the Bronx. He's watching on YouTube right now. Always good to see you and hear from you, Ron. Thanks for checking in with us. Very cool. Julian is there as well. We'll be performing a little bit later, but right now we're gonna go ahead and go to Pittsburgh, where we have someone who took a little hiatus and came back with some an amazing piece that they read last week. What can I say? I'm just always looking forward to what they'll be sharing. So without further ado, I'm gonna shut up, give them the stage. Let's go ahead and welcome Vale Larkin. Hey Vale, happy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday. Real quick, I'm just going to put my links up in chat. I'll be featuring on the 26th of September with Cobalt Poets and on the 11th of October with In One Ear out of Chicago. And yeah, everything else is up there. So let's see. A little more low key this week. This first poem I might have even read here a while ago. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Tiger lilies in the verge. I do miss it, where the trees press tight outside of town, tiger lilies in the ditches by the road. I miss the way the water rises up into the air in a crisp, cold sparkle, not cloying and heavy like southern damp. No, it invigorates. This bite of ice in the heat of August, reminding us all of the depths of the lake, of incipient blizzards. I miss the smell of apples. I miss the smell of sugar shacks. Oh, how I miss the lovely air offshore, how all the green and wood, even out of sight, scent each breath, how the waves smell and the faintest sting of fish like ambergris. I miss flat rock shores, beaches for thick-skinned things like me, with winds for companions and the sky home. I miss the moss and the ferns of the shaded forests, where the undergrowth grows thick and fresh, less vicious than the outskirts where the brambles catch your clothes before you break through into the great growing miracle. Second one is, I guess, a persona poem. 1 second, let me just fix something here. Okay. Yeah, persona poem. Villain protagonists. In this photograph, it's the moment, where you know it, where you see their sparks fly, their slipping strands of fire, the dying of the light, the light in their center souls and how it slides free. I've heard it said we all start on the small, like the cowards our hats hide, like the fear in our hands. Fuck them, I've said. And more than once, pray it's playtime when you're bigger still, and I am a working man. In this photograph, I am scrying myself in scars. I am wishing for the wisdom of children, a child at solid, serious work on a broken glass castle. Do you wish you were cold enough to kill? Do you ever wish you were hard and sharp-edged and slick like me in the shards up my sleeves? Have you ever once wished you were empty enough to unmake them, to slam their pieces into slivers, to unwind their wrappings, pick out the weave, snap each separate thread, and untie their knotted selves? Can you see the stitches when you watch the way they talk and feed off each other? Wicked is as wicked wants, and you all come following after. In this photograph, you can see her eyes. In this photograph, you can see his feet. In this photograph, you can see their skulls open. In this photograph, you can see me smiling with their eyeless, rootless, mindless selves, all their leftover living, all their potential energy, their might-haves and if-onlys lost to a layer on the ground, slowly soaking into the earth. In this photograph, I can see you reaching toward me, moth-winged, scaled with lust. I am so frightened of your hunger, surpassing even the surfeit of my banquet, swallowing us all and then flying on, omnivorous. How am I doing on time? Good for one more? Cool. The world is on fire, and I am late for the opera. Drops of toxins seeping in, each rumor, every weatherman, the dripping hints of armaments and Gettysburg, of arrests and magazines, of clips everywhere, falling to the ground like brutal hail and scattering empty into every corner where blood still flows. And I sleep. Oh, I sleep. And the walls come tumbling down on me, eggshell ramparts smashed to silly songs, and the vastness of the wrong we've wrought comes like a dam breaking, like a tidal wave, like all the boiling seas. The world is ending in my nightmares. The world is always ending in my nightmares, everyone. Their grubby, cold, and desperate breath, their running, aimless feet, their ruin. I am late for the opera. The world is ending, and I am late for the opera. I will be singing, of course, though I have not in 3, 4, 5 or more, voice long lost. The world is always ending in my sleep. My dreams call in catastrophes where the walls come down on us, where the stench rises, where the heat of distant fires grows thick, hot smoke filling our lungs, filling our hearts with despair, and the phantoms of our predation slip through every crack in every battlement we've raised. When the cold comes for us, the human race, the human fight, the human war against our dearest own, when the end comes for us, death, call it stark and simple, nowhere to run. The ground seethes with fury. The world is ending. I am late for the opera, and my teeth have all come loose in my head, and they are falling empty and clattering to the floor. I am late for the opera. The world is ending. My teeth are gone and clattering and rattling like ricochet bullets and sheet metal chewed away. I have learned the wrong score. The world is ending in blood and flame and horror, and I am backstage at the opera, late, no teeth, no music, no words, no voice, no mind, no air. The world is on fire. I am late, and the ground seethes.
Wow. Wow, Vale. Thank you so much. And I know you posted your links. Is there anything that you want to verbally promote right now while we still have you on the screen?
Oh, just the two things I mentioned before. I'll be featuring a couple places coming up.
Yes.
So if you want to hear more of my stuff, come to those.
Very cool. Thank you so much. And you did mention those. I'm so sorry. All right. Multitasking. I'm all like checking my stopwatch and like, all right, hold on, wait, what's going on? The live stream. Again, shout out to everyone watching on the live stream. We're gonna go ahead and continue and move on from Pittsburgh to Denver with someone who often leads off the show, and has done many times before. I got the stopwatch today, okay? Now, let's go ahead and welcome the one, the only Michael Sindler. It's Mike at the mic. What's going on, man?
Just getting careful on that stopwatch now. Yeah, good to be here as always. Actually, it's great to be here. And I am going to start out with putting up my little sign for lighthouseriders.org. Go ahead and just, type that in, takes 2 seconds. Look over the many courses and workshops and events and all kinds of things they have to help you at whatever level you are as a writer and whatever you want to do as a writer. It's just a great resource. Okay. For some reason I left myself a note, which I don't usually do. It said, do this poem next time. So I'm doing it. It's called I Sing. I sing of joy and community, of soft bonds that do not chafe, that join together without overwhelming or opposing. I sing of joy in rising levels of shared empathic collaboration, threading voices together into luxurious quilt of language and love. I sing of joy and resilience, despite horror and frustration reaching up to pull us down. We stay strong, our foundation impervious even to the entropy of depression, the savage stabs of hate's injustice met and matched with slicing ink. I sing of joy and intention, we who found each other and have come together, vast span of globe, no match for our commitment, finding direction towards purpose from each arrowed path around this sphere of promise. I sing of joy and the beauty we hold and share, multicolored blossoms of empathy and art, toss petals land over all continents to remind the world that there is yet hope. Okay, moving along. I'm going to do this one called Mystery and Light. There's a solidity in shadow, a strength within the void, a knowledge that lack of light is how we see a form resides. There is a background behind infinity, impenetrable black that bleeds all light into being. A pull that sets what was once pushed into a dance of shade and shower. The glow known in absence illuminates the way back home, turning tide, ceaseless flow. There is a mystery in light. There is a solidity in shadow. And moving along. Let's go to this one. It's called Only an Ocean. Rusting here in dry dock, barnacles are welcome reminders of the sea. They pain as they hang tight, that is true. But still, as I am still, they recall the repetitive splash of each wave on port and starboard, the buoyant thrill of being lifted, whereas now my gravity only pulls down as I lurch toward dismantlement. In this immobile place, rust wears me thin, no fresh coats painted. I can feel the crumble. I miss each journey more than the land's end at each short conclusion. Only in ocean did I ever feel alive. And this is a real short little one called Blue World. I might find faith if you left this blue world before me, just so I could fool myself that reunion is around some corner, how much could being wrong hurt? Okay, and now the hat had a little, I wouldn't call it an argument, a discussion with a certain ex host of a different open mic on the whatever, how good we each thought this particular poet is. He was not impressed, and I'm very impressed. And it is Gertrude Stein, who is just one of the great revolutionaries in the history of poetry, but that's my opinion. And this one is called Cezanne. The Irish lady can say that today is every day. Caesar can say that every day is today, and they say that every day is as they say. In this way, we have a place to stay, and he was not met because he was settled is to stay. When I say settled, I meant settled to stay. When I said settled to stay, I meant settled to stay Saturday. In this way, a mouth is a mouth. In this way, if in as a mouth, if in as a mouth, where, if in as a mouth, where and there, believe they have water too. Believe they have water too, and blue, when you see blue, is all blue precious too, is all that is precious too, is all that, and they mean to absolve you in this way. Cezanne nearly did, nearly in this way. Cezanne nearly did, and nearly did. And I was surprised. Was I very surprised? Was I surprised? I was surprised. And in that patient, are you patient when you find bees? Bees in a garden make a specialty of honey, and so does honey. Honey in prayer, honey in there where the grass can grow nearly 4 times yearly. And I'll read a couple of shorter pieces by her. This first one is a carafe that is a blind glass. These are real short. A kind in glass and a cousin, a spectacle and nothing strange, a single hurt color and an arrangement in a system to pointing. All this and not ordinary, not unordered, and not resembling. The difference is spreading. And this one is very, very short, called Negligible Old Star. Negligible old star, poor even. It was a sad percent. Does on Sunday watch or water so soon a moon or an old heavy press? Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Got it. You got it under 8 for sure. I love it. And of course, thanks for sharing those. Awesome set as always. Any last minute plugs? I know you got Lighthouse as always. No?
I don't have anything coming up in the near future. I mean, I'm really thrilled and delighted that I'm going to get to go to this dinner with Roxane Gay, and actually I won't get to read it to her, but somebody else will be reading that first poem I wrote, which is why I had the note to myself to read it here. Yeah, so
gotcha.
Woohoo!
I love that. So
And John Waters got a star on the Hollywood Hall of Fame, Walk of Fame today. I think that's worth mentioning.
Saw that.
Okay, peace out.
Waters. Yeah, awesome stuff. Definitely, guys, share your triumphs too. You know, not just when you're reading and stuff. By the way, I know we have a lot of creative writing students possibly tuning in. Shout out to my homie and friend and mentor Roberto Rob Nice Santos. He has a performance poetry class that he's teaching, or a poetics class, poetics and performance. So we may see at some point in the semester some of them joining us for the online mics. So if you guys are checking it out right now, good to see you guys. Hopefully class went well today. And of course, if you guys are watching this and live in the El Paso area, in addition to our online mics every Monday, we do have in-person open mics, at least 1 or 2 a week. This week we have 2. Tomorrow we're going to be downtown at Rosewood Bar for our Verse and Harmony open mic, which is a music and poetry open mic. And then Thursday is going to be our poetry night at Capri, right there by UTEP on Robinson. Come on out. They're a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun last Friday. Kit made his debut as in-person host, which just was seamless. It was natural, you know. Kit's been doing this already for a while, and that was super fun. We had a lot of great singer-songwriters like Lara, who will be reading as well, a little or performing in a little bit as well. But right now, we're going to go ahead and welcome someone who has also joined us both online and in person. And whenever they can make an appearance, it's just the best. Really love what he's been doing by sharing his life through his work. Without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome back to the show, Julian. What is up, Julian? Good to see you here again with us. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Thank you for having me once again. My name is Julian, and this first poem is called Where Are You? I just came out of a really bad depression. So I added some stuff to this poem because it ended really dark last time. And I just wanted to change it up. So here it goes. Where are you? I can't find you. I've been searching for what seems like forever, for that version of me that I like better. Where are you? I like you. I miss you. I know you're there somewhere. Can you hear me calling, bawling my eyes out, trying to find this way out? Lost in this maze, walking through this haze, but a thick fog is settling in. Where are you, old friend? Will you be able to save me once again? Will you see me as the fog settles in, the darkness starts to win, and the wolf starts to grin? Save me, please. I want this to end. Where are you, my friend? I'm dying from within. Fake smiles on my skin. The world's turning dim. Where are you, old friend? I met you once before. For a split second, I wish there were more. Can I see you again? Will I see you again? I looked in the mirror this morning, looking for him. What I saw staring back was the darkness within. I blinked. I dried my eyes, looking harder through all I despise. And there you are. I've been searching near and far, through many words and thoughts, through scars on my heart. I've searched for you, old friend. It's great to see you again. I hope you're here to stay. For now, it's day by day. This next poem is one of the very first things I wrote when I first started writing this past January. And it's the first poem I performed at Capri. It's basically about me being in solitary confinement in prison for 7 years, no human contact. And I wrote it, as I said, because it was meant for the 7 years that I was in prison. But through my blindness and this process I'm going through and losing my eyesight, I find myself put back into a prison cell on my own accord at times, right? But through the sickness or disease, whatever you want to call it, going blind. So when I read it, I reflected, and it's helped me process not only my prison stint, but the prison stint that I'm going through now. It's called Alive. Alive, they say I am. Buried alive, I say I am. These walls so thick and gray, this bed so hard it keeps me awake. Concrete, a cell, they say. A coffin is what I say. My thoughts so loud, they drive me insane. There's no one around to share my pain. These banging doors and rattling chains, the yells from others, no longer sane. But all the while alive I stay. My mind yelling, fight, 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 just one more day. The voice is loud, it begs to stay. The pain grows stronger day by day. There's nowhere to run, so put I stay. These walls turn black, they once were gray. The days run on, the sounds the same, the agony, the yells, when people found hanged. Through all the commotion and blood down the drain, I searched for the strength to end that pain. How? Why did I leave that place, but still feel all this pain? This next one's called Scars. Deep craters, canyons, dry, bone-dry ditches. My scars, they are my scars, they are. My scars so wide, oh, why so wide? Why so painful, deep and wide? My scars, they are mine. I fill them up with soil and seed. My scars so wide, now they don't bleed. I feed them water, sun rays UV, and hope for spring for all to see. My scars, they are my scars. A sight for sore eyes, my scars to be. Without my scars, I could not see. So here I stand in pastures green. My scars, they are mine. Take a look, no judging, please. My scars, a map for all to see. The beauty that one's ugly life may bring. The chirping birds, the buzzing bees, these the things that I can't see, but yet my scars, my scars, my scars, I sing. This last one's called I Hate You, But I Love You. I hate you for all the pain you caused me. I hate you for not allowing me to see the birds, the rainbows, or the colors on the leaves when it turns to fall after the spring. I hate you for taking it all away from me. I hate you for the punishment you bring. I hate you for the misery you keep me in constantly. But in this misery, I find my greatest joy. I find the greatest gift, the gift of love. Through misery, I see the summer, spring, and fall, the brightest sun so big, it once was small. And all the things that caused my fall, the loveless life I gave my all, full of hate and full of gall. I love you for what you've shown me, though you don't allow me to see at all. I love you, for now I understand it all. For me to stand, I had to fall. And though your demise may come before mine, we must live together until I die. My friends, that's why I hate you, but I love you, no lie. Confusion's the place I reside, the constant struggle, this beef in my mind, to live or to die, to smile or to cry, to speak truth or tell lies. Hell, I no longer know if I'm willing to fight. My vision's still there, but I'm losing my sight. Sometimes I think that I might lose the sight I have left, the third eye in my mind. The wheels grind, the end nowhere in sight. I hate you, but I love you, no lie. I'm trying to live, no longer survive. Fight or flight, it's been my whole life. Darkness or light, my own shadows I fight. But love's the call to do what is right. And hate, well, that's the thing I despise. Yet, it lives somewhere inside. I don't know if my heart or my mind, all of this because of you, no lie. I hate you, but I love you, my eyes. Thank you.
Thank you, Julian. That's such a classic one of yours, I would say at this point. I've seen that raise people for ovations. Really quick, Julian, I know you have your nonprofit. You want to give a shout out to that really quick, or anything else?
Yeah, so if you guys want to look us up, donate or help, it's Real Talk Youth Impact Program. We're running out of Nevada right now. The El Paso chapter, we've been put on hold for a little, but we basically help the youth out in the community, share our stories with them about our prison stints and all of that, in hopes to get them off the streets. And then we fund their after school activities, get them involved in writing, art, music, whatever it is that will get them involved in something else.
Cool. I was muted. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that, Julian. And are you still at Rio Grande campus?
Yeah, so I'm still going to school at Rio Grande. Yeah, it's been a hard semester. It's been tough.
Sorry to hear
Trying
that.
to do graphs without seeing them is
Oh, that's
yeah, that's if anyone has any suggestions out there in the world, I will be more than happy to take them.
Well, I just want to say my doors are open. So if you ever want to stop by my office, shoot me an email and could stop by during my office hours. We can catch up.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
Julian.
guys.
All right, cool. See ya. Alrighty then. We're gonna go ahead and continue. Let's see. Looking at the list, we got a couple more people being added, which is great. Great news. Let's go ahead and welcome. Oh yeah, okay. So Julian was joining us in El Paso, by the way. But we're gonna go ahead and continue with that's right. We're gonna go to South Euclid, Ohio, and say hello to Poet Maester Doc. What is going on? He's a little bit of a. There you are. How you doing today?
I'm here. There are many, many things going on, and I'm finally reaching the point where I'm having to say no to participating in things. So I'm feeling my age. Confluence. I'm walking barefoot through time on a journey through the inscape of life. I'm a confluence of dreams and swevens. I am nothing in myself. I am because of poetry. Because poetry writes me. It is a soliloquy of existence, a hybrid of being. It is a tapestry of moments amid an ocean of stars. I become someone new with each moment, with each experience, with each thought, and my journey continues. Traces, hidden in folds of a tapestry, a tattered tapestry, a threadbare tapestry, the tapestry of time, a tapestry woven of hopes, embroidered with dreams. Memories live there in abditory rememory. Memories of what was, memories of what could have been, memories of love. Secreted there too are yearnings, yearnings of saudade and Heraith. All sing in whispered song. They sing of loss, sorrow, and longing. They sing of a want for what was, to be once more. And threading through all are traces, traces of us. Land beyond the clouds. Beyond the clouds, beyond the sky, lies a land and a kingdom, the kingdom of imagination. It is a kingdom of hopes and dreams, of what ifs and could have beens, of over the rainbow and beyond the horizon, of inspiration and creativity, of curiosity and panache. It is a kingdom of possibility and chance, of opportunity and expectation, a kingdom of everywhere and every when, of somewhere and somehow, a kingdom in the land of mind. And I'll finish with Sea of Salt. Messengers of time ride the waters of life, neath bright islands in the sky of dark. spirits of dreams, to carry the message of love and its pain amid imaginings of dawn. And I am adrift on currents of saudade, without sail or rudder, awash in a sea of salt. Thank you.
All righty then. Awesome. Thank you, Doc. And people can find you on Facebook, right?
That's correct.
All righty then. Cool. Definitely recommend it if you have not already. That is the Poet Maester, everyone. Don't if you missed it, that's the Poet Maester, Doc Janning. Thanks for joining us. Awesome. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see. I just saw your message. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to do like 3 things at once now. I am multitasking like crazy. My brain is frying. But you know what? We're gonna take it back. We're gonna bring it back to the El Paso area. In fact, we're gonna stop in Horizon City. I've been running this open mic, not the online one. Yes, the online one, but also in-person open mics since 2012. I took over, and I'll be honest, one of the reasons I've been able to go on so long is because I'll be honest, it's kind of nice to have a front row seat to some awesome entertainment. This is especially true at live shows when I get to see someone like Lara Lynette come up and play their songs. That was this Friday, and it was really nice to hear the music. It meant a lot to hear it, and of course, whenever she joins us here online as well, she's so beloved. All you have to do is read the comments in the Zoom chat. But right now, sharing some originals as well as some covers. Let's go ahead and bring up on the stage Lara Lynette. Hey, how are you doing today? Good to see you again.
Hey, Richie. Thank you. Wow. That was pretty mind-boggling, but introduction. Thank you. So I'm going to go down to another open mic this week down at McCrae with a lady named Flora and Mike at a church over there on McCrae on Wednesday night, just to try to do some live stuff. I hadn't done a bunch of live stuff, and so it's really exciting to be able to get out and play again. So I'm going to do a couple of songs I made up a while back. I deal with depression too a lot. This song was written in the winter time, as you'll probably figure out. It's called Summer Will Take 'Em Away. I don't understand some of the things that I do. Do I listen? Should I talk? Or am I only blue? I wish I could take some of the load and be fair. The way you're looking at me, you'd think I didn't care. Oh, but I'll just have to wait. Summer will take 'em away. Take 'em away. I'll just have to wait. Summer will take 'em away. Take 'em away. Money's on our minds and there's a house to be moved. There's been a lot of folks around. Sometimes it's nice to be alone. Well, someday, somewhere, somehow I can see understanding, love or something. Maybe it's called free. Oh, but I'll just have to wait. Summer will take 'em away. Take 'em away. I'll just have to wait. Summer will take 'em away. Take 'em away. nice to be alone. Someday, somewhere, somehow I can see understanding love or something. Maybe it's called free, but I'll just have to wait. Summer will take 'em away, take 'em away. I'll just have to wait. Summer will take 'em away, take all my blues away. Summer will take 'em away. Thank you. Let's see. I was gonna do this one called "This Is the Other Side of Being So Blue," and it's another homemade song. It's one of my older songs, and it's on my SoundCloud page, and it's much more hopeful, and I hope you like it. It's called "I Know We Can." I know it's in here somewhere. The same chord strike in each one of us, and where we want to go, I know we can. Even when the sadness has me so low, I know we can. Raise that heel up and bring it back down again in time. I know we can, I know we can. Lift your glasses up, tap them together. We are speaking on the heart of the matter. When it moves you to your very core, we're opening up now. The air is rushing in. We'll never stop, no, once our growth begins. And if we fall, well, we'll just get back up again. We'll get back up again. I know we can. I know we can. We're opening up now. The air is rushing in. We'll never stop, no, once our growth begins. And if we fall, well, we'll just get back up again. We'll get back up again. I know we can. I know we can. You'll never know about some folks. They'll try to put us down, but I know we can. We'll pick it up and we will spin this place around, and yes, they will know we can. I'm speaking of loving each other right now. I know we can, I know we can. All the feelings will keep it together. We'll be swimming in music forever. When it moves you to your very core, we're opening up now. The air is rushing in. We'll never stop, no, once our growth begins. And if we fall, we'll just get back up again. We can always get back up again. I know we can. 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 Thanks, folks.
Ah, so nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Back at ya. I love y'all. So supportive and kind. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much. We will share the link right now because you can find older unpublished songs on our SoundCloud, as well as a link to the CD. I'll find it right now and share it with you guys. And also, it's always just nice. We need to get more singer-songwriters on these Monday nights, just so we can kick back and just kind of enjoy that as well. All right, Lara, Lynette, everyone, and I apologize. Sometimes my tongue gets lazy, so like I don't pronounce it correctly, but I'm gonna try my best every single time now.
That's all right, Richie. I don't know what made me type that today. I'll answer to just about anything, really.
No, that's good to know. Honestly,
I go by LL and Lenny and all kinds of stuff. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Cheers. All right, thank you, everyone. We had Julian Matthews on the YouTube stream earlier. It was really funny because I called up Julian Morales and Julian Matthews was like, "Wait, oh, is it my turn?" Well, I didn't say the last names right. They could have been Julian M as well. Yeah, Ron Mark Thompson. Oh, loved Lara. Yeah, RMT. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, we're gonna go and keep going. Again, if you're watching, let us know you're here. Say hi in the chat. Let's go and keep this show going. We're gonna go ahead and go to the West Coast. Let me see. Let me open up that sign up sheet. Because it's always kind of fun to read what they write. Our next performer is going to perform poetry. They hope. They're in the San Francisco Bay Area, or are they? Yeah. Just kidding. Or are they? Well, let's find out. Another beloved person in our community. Let's go ahead and welcome Finn Bell. Monday night. Feeling just right. Hey, good to see you. Welcome back.
Good to thank you. I was just taking aspirin. Had a headache right when you called me. I'm like, oops. I'm doing pretty okay. Am I muted? I'm muted. My laptop is being confusing. It says I'm muted.
You're good.
Yeah,
We can
weird.
hear you.
So weird. Okay. So I'm just gonna share two poems. Was trying to prepare something new today, and I'm still working on it. So maybe next time. But something old and then a cover. So this was called Titans Lost. It was from last year's Nuyorican Poets Cafe dinosaur theme. Rawr. That wasn't even like a dinosaur. That sounded more like a cat. 245 million years ago, sinks into layers of history, becomes dust. We innocently learn the negligence of how to be fearful, erase remnants inside a scope once upon a time, magnificent, know intimately how to look out of style, but cannot comprehend extinct without thinking it solely definition, never reality. This is our disdain. This is our conceit. My propensity per prophecy of decay becomes agony. I await the day of our decline into mystery, lauded accomplishment lining strata of refuse, becoming one with ash, but not finding grace in rejoining Mother Earth and dispersing our atoms into pure energy. We will not be a conversation, not a memory, meaningless data on unending repetition, perhaps. Are our thoughts and words as enduring as teeth and bone, ovum and mollusk? Do we fool ourselves that we will evolve into the stuff of legends? We boast of our brief existence here, call each other footprint embedded in soil worthy of mention in history. Say we are witnesses to the quaking of the earth as the titans of myth themselves roam. We are mere fairy tale, not even the ones woven to enthrall. We are the cautionary tales that cause errant brats to flee terrified into their beds, that air out the shadows that want to shroud us in abandonment, lascivious arms tugging us back into corners. I imagine when the tide rises and falls, the earth and heavens think to hint at our old movements before they wash away. Into amnesiac bliss once more, the leaves on the last summer trees rustle in parody of our now atrophied musculature, imitate our rage at realizing how we mean nothing at all in this story moving forward, mock how we can only lay dormant and envy life in emerging volcanoes while they bubble and instigate new rumor. We try, but we cannot summon a sensation akin to eruption. Watch closely now the wonder of aviation, the brilliance in flight, as the great terrible lizards flash us their former glory, lining their downy undersides. Momentary radiance of Helios in their feathers as they rejoice in their own able wingspan and take flight. When generations arriving, departing, living, dying, speak of salvation, we are not that savior. We are not the immortal ones. And I just realized 3 of my poems to date have the god Helios. I should take him out. Here you go. Anyway, yeah. Cover poem is one of my favorites. You're not going to believe me, but I am not a lover currently of love poems. Just saying. But this one still has a place in my heart. It's called Bird Understander. It's by Craig Arnold, and it only mentions the word love once, which I like. Of many reasons I love you, here is one. The way you write me from the gate of the airport, as I can tell you everything will be all right. So you can tell me there is a bird trapped in the terminal, all the people ignoring it because they do not know what to do with it, except to leave it alone until it scares itself to death. It makes you terribly sad. You wish you could take the bird outside and set it free, or failing that, call a bird understander to come help the bird. All you can do is notice the bird and feel for the bird and write to tell me how language feels impossibly useless. But you are wrong. You are a bird understander, better than I could ever be, who makes so many noises and calls them song. These are your own words, your way of noticing and saying plainly, of not turning away from hurt. You have offered them to me. I am only giving them back. If only I could show you how very useless they are not. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Finn Bill, everyone. And really quick, what do you got going on this week?
This week,
Big
I
stuff.
have the big stuff. Yeah, that thing that Michael mentioned, which terrifies me to death. But it's okay. We'll, we conquer our fears. And
gonna be
on
great.
Wednesday, we have Jennifer Nuesi. She does a monthly series with me, which is called Creative Wet Lab. Her 3-month series, which is ending in October, is called Poets Pictionary. We bring our poems, we bring whatever art medium we work with, whether it be clay or paint or crocheting, and we create art to the poem that's being shared. So it's a really lovely, intimate event. On the day following, before that crazy hosting thing, I have my poetry games, and it is hosted by the host of a Friday online mic called Open Minds Open Mic, Thomas Colvin. He is coming with a workshop that is called Keep Your Eye, the small letter I, on the prize, which is introducing to us the Cyclops poem. So do look out for that. You could find them all on my link tree. The single eye. I love that. My link tree is /Finn Bell. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you. And we will forward that link. That is a magical link tree that opens up a whole bunch of other worlds. As I mentioned many times before, Finn Bell is one of our great uniters in the online scene. So I always will give props for that. Also shout out to a couple people that just joined on the online chat, or at least that I'm seeing here. So Sandy, good to see you again. Happy Monday. Good to see you as always with us, as well as Anthony Bracey. Hey Brace, he's an awesome singer, performer. He can he's performed live with us a few times, and also has read some poetry. I don't know if it's been here, but definitely at Capri he read a little something once. So hey, it's good to see you guys. Welcome. We also had a couple more people sign up. So really excited about that. Again, if you're watching this live, thanks for tuning in with us. If you're watching the replay, as a lot of people often do, that's really great. Check the comments. It's possible that Kit Ren has added timestamps, a very incredibly valuable service that you can go and check out all of our past shows, in addition to helping with so many other things here on Mondays. This show would not be the same without him. That is absolutely truth. So yeah, that's why he is Mr. Monday Night. Let's go ahead and bring him up to do his thing. Let's go on, Kit, take it away.
That was smooth. That almost caught me off guard. Just from the plaudits right to the introduction. That was very well done. But we expect nothing less from Richie. The hardest working man in this city. He flinches when I say that, because he's humble too. There's no stopping it. So two of mine, very short, and then the cover. It's a villanelle that is tentatively called Act Your Age. I have never felt like the oldest in the room. Youth has power, but no certain authority. All of my predictions end in doom. My baby face is charming, but soon it'll be funny when they ask for my ID. But I still don't feel like the oldest in the room. Every silence makes me dread the coming boom. And this is read as a youth acting cynically, every one of his predictions ending in doom. I've seen the next generation move from morning to noon, like mine, inventing irony, then discovering sincerity. Yet I still don't feel like the oldest in the room. But the kids, they know that I do not Zoom. They post mocking photographs of Steve Buscemi. They laugh at my predictions ending in doom. And the elders think my panic to be inexperienced folly, one that priests see every day in their laity. I will never be seen as the oldest in the room. That's my prediction. It ends in doom. New one now. I gradually abandoned fiction because once I made a man, he had to die. Whether I wrote about it or not, it would happen. And I was responsible. I had put him carelessly in time's riptide and had to watch, unable to reply to his gurgling questions. This is why God is cranky all the time. Why he refuses to answer our direct queries. Frankly, he resents all of this. He took us for a hobby, and over eons, we became a job. And for the cover poem, I'm once again gonna steal what Mike does, and I'm gonna do it for another song by Patterson Hood of the Drive-By Truckers. This one is called Sinkhole. I've always been a religious man. I've always been a religious man. But I met the banker and it felt like sin. He turned my bailout down. The banker man lit into me, lit into me, lit into me. The banker man lit into me and spread my name around. He thinks I ain't got a lick of sense because I talk slow and my money's spent. I ain't the type to hold it against, but he better stay off my farm. Because it was my daddy's and his daddy's before and his daddy's before and his daddy's before. 5 generations of an unlocked door and a loaded burglar alarm. Lots of pictures of my Purdy family. Lots of pictures of my Purdy family. Lots of pictures of my Purdy family in the house where we was born. House stood through 5 tornadoes, droughts and floods, and 5 tornadoes. I'd rather wrestle an alligator than face the banker's scorn. Because he won't even look me in the eye. He just takes my land and apologizes with pen and paper and a friendly smile. He says the deed is done. The sound you hear is my daddy spinning. The sound you hear is my daddy spinning. The sound you hear is my daddy spinning over what the banker done. Like to invite him for some pot roast beef and mashed potatoes and sweet tea, follow it up with some nana pudding and a walk around the farm, show him the view from McGee Town Hill, let him stand in my place and see how it feels to lose the last thing on earth that's real. I'd rather lose my legs and arms. Bury his body in the old sinkhole, bury his body in the old sinkhole, bury his body in the old sinkhole over cold November skies. Then damned if I wouldn't go to church on Sunday, damned if I wouldn't go to church on Sunday. Damned if I wouldn't go to church on Sunday, look the preacher in the eye. Don't have my paper, but you know the deal. You can find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram at KitRenaway, Ko-fi.com/KitRen. The football essays will continue. I have not listened to anyone's complaints. And the Tumble Words Project. As you heard Robin Schofield say earlier, she will be leading ceremonies this Saturday with the Desert Music on a very specific late period in William Carlos Williams's life. And then the week after that, along with the Global 100,000 Poets for Change event, we will have Rachel Cachete. They are an outstanding poet and visual artist, and they work in reproductive rights, and very eager to hear what they have to say. And that's all from me, Richie. Take it back.
All righty. Thank you, Kit. Awesome stuff. I feel like that was a speed run there. But very cool. Check out Tumblewords for sure. We're looking forward to that. Rachel is amazing. Definitely love. Man, one of my favorite memories of Rachel is helping put together her first chapbook in my apartment, in the living room of my apartment. So that's going to be really cool as well. Once again, everyone, welcome to the open mic. Yeah, the list is growing. We got some more peeps that have been signing up. So right now we're going to go ahead and go to Louisville, Kentucky, where we have someone who's been dropping through, coming a bit of a regular these last couple of weeks, which I will definitely not complain about because I really love their work and the way they read it. Let's go ahead and welcome to the show. We got Frog Corpse with us. Go and take it away, my friend.
Eyes that vanquish a loving light, leer at the seeds of darkness, broken and clamored in dusty hands, planted in the palms of iris. Damn ye devils of twisted groves, tugging at the mountains of madness. A lonely fool clinging ever to dreams that sow in silence. A place most foul where the soil is frail, rooted deep down memory lane, where wilted petals of sun-dried cries wither for tomorrow's rain. Oh, muddied tracks of sordid past, harvest fields of yesterdays. On clay ground, great earth has faulted, yielding to decay. And with its blight bearing barren pastures, its dirt awash in flame, to till its land by the hooves that led famine, the horseman's name. Black Horse, Garden Song. I've got one more for you. It's called Nothing But You. I close my eyes, smelling the silence you left behind. Hanged by Flora, today's memory, wishing to fill your body next to mine. A dream to a dream, ever a dream at all. emaciated from your words, masticated my pulse, feudal flame glinting with dim leering, hunger's cinder, a cider to swallow, sickening stomach, mulling the scent of old home, outstretched in the winter where you went away, creating holes, leaving burrows gray. Its dark sky comes stretching, unfurled, the sobbing, the heartbreak, the needing, my pleading, the nothing, a movement of words negates into something, but it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. And tossing, and turning, puffing so lonely, thinking of you in the pines of our morning, late in hours, a day so controlling, the pushing and pulling, knowing you're never coming. I got one more and I'm out. Another small one. Feast for the Ferns. And thank you for letting me read. I appreciate it very fucking much. Creeping vines that wrap my arms drag me along the trail. It's pulling me in beyond its hedges. I greet madness as a friend. The old autumn leaves withered, decayed, and grab me towards the mirth. And into the plants I dive face first in the sullen shades of dirt. And I break my bones and bend my body. I wriggle, twitch, and lie. The deeper I go, roots to grow, feeding these trees alive. And under I rest, below sown seeds. My skin is now a blanket where moss crawls and fern sleuths sprawl. Now I'm nature's banquet. Good night.
Awesome. Thank you. That's Frog Corpse, everyone. Definitely cool stuff. Yeah, we love having you read. So anytime you want, someone needs to get you on a book, audio book deal, because I definitely read some of those. And definitely if people, I don't know if you still want to mention it, if people want to support your work online or connect with you in any way, how would they be able to do that? And if you want, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you can get me at Frog Corpse on Instagram or any other social media. Just look up the name Frog Corpse. And also you can check out Cajun Mutt Press for any of my upcoming poetry that'll be dropping next month or in November, depending on the situation right now. And my other previous cross-genre book that I wrote in scroll format, which is called The Morning Hour.
Oh, damn, that's cool. That's crazy. That's cool. And that's Frog with 2 G's, by the way. So if you're listening, one of the things that I mentioned this before, but one of the things that doesn't translate, if you guys are watching on YouTube right now, you don't get to see people's profile pictures. It just shows their name on the screen. But yeah, Frog always has like a dark and mysterious profile picture that kind of also adds a little bit to the reading, I must say. So let's go ahead and continue on, everyone. Let's see, where are we on the list? Yeah, like I said, we've got a couple more peeps. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go from Kentucky to Washington, D.C. And let me tell you about our next performer, Martin L. Parker, aka Parquillian, is a lifelong language nerd fascinated by the intersection of language and art as expressed through poetry, calligraphy, and linguistics. These passions have coalesced into a calling to share his multilingual word art and poetry with the world. Thus, he is here with us today. Let's go ahead and welcome back to the online show, Parquillian. What's going on, man? Good to see you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Richie. My apologies to Michael Sindler if he's still here. You heard this earlier, but today is my mother's 113th birthday. So I thought I'd read the elegy I wrote for her, which I don't believe I've read here before. I think I read my other grandmother's elegy about rice sopa, but this is Grandma Wright's homemade ice cream. Grandma would make us homemade ice cream. First thing my cousin would ask about whenever we trekked to Ohio to see the Wright House there on Magnolia Drive. We'd often find her tending her roses, lovingly pruning in patterned gloves along the narrow stretch of soil between the porch and open garage where rested the sodas of several kinds which I would use to secretly mint my virgin mocktails, curiously strange, before I even knew what that meant. A door in the garage led to her kitchen well kept, with piccalilli placidly papering the walls, by the door that hid the laundry room, where morning ashes would stealthily fall. A bountiful pot of navy bean soup would simmer quietly there on the stove. Sign to Grandpa my dad must be there to harvest the neighbor's nasturtium leaves, make it a sandwich like Winnie the Pooh, or the ones she'd place on Grandpa's plate when everyone else was making their own. She never made that soup otherwise. She knew it made Grandpa's belly sour because of memories of orphan days before they met in the heavenly choir. And united in method, he you became, though later she would be needing aid to hear the notes that were being sung or shout out the words at the fortunate wheel. The pickles of melon sat high in the fridge. She made from the rinds like emeralds they'd shine, like the mangoes which others called peppers we picked from Fadley Gardens just up the road. But hidden down deep in the bottom drawer, that plain unlabeled container of steel we yearned for as she did that flamboyant hat, later accused of carrying her down the street, was filled to the brim with the prize off-white, unlike the transfers of many hues her mother'd collect from the side of the road until she was sent to a home far away from Grandma and all her siblings 5, that she would then practically raise by herself. She'd put it down there the day before to ripen like blossoms that made her implore the driver to suddenly stop the bus so she could harvest her heart's desire from heather-laden highland hills on part of their once-in-a-lifetime tour to the land of tattoos that would croon ancient tunes and brightly lit views of a towering maid she'd saved for with pennies in a private fund by faithfully filling a coffee can while writing letters to family and friends, embellished with neat little English teas. So dense it was with crystals of ice, not seen on their retiring journeys to the city that sits at the center of the sun, with freshly squeezed citrus from side yard trees where she could finally drive a car, or golf cart, which is what it really was, and steer it right up over the curb to wake me from my somnolent dreams. It held no pockets of air or dirt that caused her to cry from the sorrows one time while visiting our home near Philly's Briars, not knowing the contents were not sullied by dirt, but literally littered with large amounts of tiny little vanilla beans. You'd never find it in groceries today, so different from the ones her father owned, just glimpsed in photos with sepia tones, ancestral lines, both primitive and wise. No, nothing else was as good as the kind of ice cream filled with warmth and love and other emotions we couldn't describe that Grandma would make every time we came by. And this is in loving memory of my mother's mother, Phyllis Elnora Wise Wright. And thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Martin. And how old did you say? One.
She was born in 1910, so she'd be 113 today.
Wow. Hey, well, thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate it, Martin. And you have your website, right? That people can find you as well as other social media?
Yeah, it's parkwillian.com. And I can put that in the chat. And I'm featuring my World Word pumpkins this week. I'm preparing for Halloween. So you can check them out there. If anybody happens to be in DC coming up, I think I said this last time, Friday after next, I will have a table and selling some of my cards and stuff. So you can stop by.
Very cool. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Very Barn Berquillian, everyone. I almost put the names together. Oh, there you are. Awesome. Good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the show. Yeah, so you're Marin, but also Parquillian, and earlier I was like Marquillian. I'm like, wait, that's not right. I was trying to be efficient. Put them together. Cool.
Thank you so much.
All right, cool. I'm always glad when you can join us. All right, yes, like we said, our list has grown. In fact, we're gonna go from Washington D.C. to India. Our next performer also hosts an online mic. I believe I always see it promoted on Facebook, especially in the Pandemic Poets page. So it's always great to have him on here. It's called The Fertile Brains. But right now, let's go and welcome the host, Prasanna Kumar. What is going on? Good to see you. Hey, good to see you.
Hi, Richie. It's been a long time. Thanks for having me. Thanks for this space, beautiful space. I love to be here, but I always miss. But yes, I certainly would love to be always, be a kind of a regular participant. But thanks to Finn, who shared the link, and I could able to join. And thank you, Michael. You always support poets. I always see I regularly you be there. Thanks, Lara, for such a lovely poem, Master Dog. Here is the twist. The twist in the tale made everyone gasp with no heaving. As there was the scene unfolding, the story taking a leap into future, making it more intriguing. Where the roles have seemed to be reversing, man is after mercy with begging, and woman is being in the authority of ruling. But with a marked difference in functioning, the society heard no screams of quelling. The uniformity is reigning, and everybody is rejoicing, and the world is blooming with no tears dripping. A new order beckoning with women in position of governing. So that's the twist. What if roles changes, and there would be a greater women empowerment, and there are change of rules, and taking of authority and all. And the second piece that I'm going to present is no expectation, no expectation. As moon between stars, your image blossoms. The moon, despite being entrenched amongst, comforts us with her light. So do you by giving off fragrance. I, for the one, relate you to the moon. You are no lesser than what I assume. But would you ever give me a promise that you wouldn't leave me for the better choice? I can't assure you to build castles, but reassure my feelings for you always. I may not provide you with comfy couch laden with the petal of roses, but let me tell you, my heart is always open to lay your head if ever. A discomfort troubling you, what could I offer you? What could I offer you as a pauper, except for an honest confession? It's you who could make the decision, whatever it might be your answer. I accept with your positive intention, with no further expectation. That's the end of the piece. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Finn. I wish you would all join. The open mic Sunday happens. I shared the link, and it happens 11 p.m., 9 p.m. US timing. And it would be a great pleasure if you all come and share your pieces. It was enriching experience. That would be great. Thank you, love for the love, Richie. Thank you. You're a great host. I love you as well. Thank you.
Awesome. That really means a lot. Thank you so much for sharing that. Prasanna, everyone, be on the lookout.
And this is the new book we launched, and that's been released in August 15th. And this is consists of 165 poets across the world. And some of our friends over here or have been, participated in this. So beautiful books. Manushatvam, we rise by lifting others. You will get it on Amazon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that is cool. Thanks for sharing that. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I gotta go find the links. I saw you post them earlier in the Zoom chat. I'll find them and repost them on our. But I saw you there as well in the Zoom chat. Yeah, saw you hanging out with us. Very cool stuff. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and keep going. Our next performer is we're coming back to El Paso, Texas, who has been performing quite often at our in-person open mics. She's been rocking her poetry. She's been a little bit of a superstar because I've featured a clip of her reading one of her poems, and it's just cool to see her promoting her book, which hopefully you talk a little bit about. We have Courtney, who is not doing jokes and poetry. I got ahead of myself there, but now you do have to do jokes because I called you. And I'm just kidding. It's Courtney, everyone. Go ahead and take it away.
Hi. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's kind of dark. I'm sorry. I am not doing jokes. Not good at that. But I am going to read some poetry from my book, which is now live on Amazon. I will put in the link. And you can go on Instagram. It's in my bio, Starfire, the Versifier. I will put that in there as well. I'll start with a poem called Final Waters. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I perished in a quilted wrapper after falling short of mental hygiene. Decided to speed through life without tying my shoestrings. My mind documented weak thoughts followed by destruction, conceiving a war that I was too frail to fight in. The deep red colored waves of my silent sea had no ability to flow steadily. Like a seahorse, my value became unrecognized. I modeled a shy creature dying quietly, planted inside of a woman to be born strong but raised weak. And the day fear stroked my tongue, my silence kept me safe. This unstable heart would beat with every tragedy, and I felt it felling as I chose to be eaten by the world's demons. A heart played in harmony, confessing why life miscarried me and how I became nameless. Did they recognize my song of sorrow? I surrendered fully, and the waters around me has dried up. The flowers has ceased their bloom. Wisdom I have been granted. The last number has become known. My flesh no longer kneels for validation, and my spirit thrives. Let's see. I'll do one more. This one's clarity. I always do this one. A wanderer, but I am not rootless, venturing to the source of my river, and with no hesitation, I walk into the waters of hope. As it gently covers my undisguised skin, the truth seeps through the pores of my foundation, restoring what has been fragmented by the seduction of impurity. Before leaving the trails of the polluted past, I stop to see beauty in the reflection of my water streams. I am grace. I am no longer weeping over the debt that has burdened my existence with insecurities. I am sound. The illusion of my ego does not consume my spirit. I am selfless. I do not compete. The strange ground I walk on knows who I am. My ancestors' blood seeps through the soil, so I walk respecting every step I take. I am divinely collecting knowledge that was left behind. A crown is just an object that has been taken from me. I am a queen without it. I learned to love before I could eat. There is nothing you can take from my serenity. I am peace, clarity. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's the hit song we're all gonna be calling for, the hit poem. So yes, please share that link. And if people do want to connect with you, follow your work, it's Starfire the Versifier.
Yes.
On Instagram, right? Cool. We'll write that and share that as well. Thank you for joining us. It's always a surprise. Glad to have you. You don't join us too often on these, so it's a treat. Thank you, Courtney.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
All righty then. Very cool. We will share those links as well as soon as we get them. I was like trying to hype up the book before it was ready, like months ago when you were reading. It's like it's ready now. That's exciting. Alrighty then, cool. So what is up, everyone? Yeah, so I got my wires crossed when I was reading the list. This performer now is going to be sharing some jokes and poetry. But if you've ever tuned into any single online mic, you already know who it is. You already know what's up. And if you don't, you're about to catch some knowledge because they're making their way back. And it's always beautiful, beautiful, beautiful to see them on our screen. Wait, is he here still? Yes. Okay. Wanted to make sure. Let's see. I'm scrolling through. We're going to go back to Washington, D.C. and tune in with our friend, Mr. Ed Poetastic. So as long as your Wi-Fi is good, there you are. What's up? Oh, fancy. You got a little headset on and everything. Ed, good to see you. Take it away. Oh, wait, we're not getting any audio.
Yeah, you're not no sound, Ed. Maybe you need to take off the headphones.
Hello?
Yeah,
Oh, there you
now
are.
you're good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
you're good.
thank you. I don't want to take all the headphones. I don't want my sound to be so loud. I'm so proud. Woo! My name is Ed Potastic for feeling fantastic. Please times to join my Wi-Fi was sublime. And thank you, bro, like no other with words like thunder. All right, I got nine jokes and 3 poems. Okay, first joke. Why can't you trust the king of the jungle? Because he's always lying. What did one wall say to the other? I'll meet you at the corner. What do sea monsters eat? Fish and chips. What do you call a sad strawberry? A blueberry. Why are pirates called pirates? They're just arg. Why do you organize a space party? You plan it. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? If they flew over the bay, there would be bagels. What do cows read the most? Catalogs. And last but not least, what do clouds wear under their shorts? Thunderpants. Thank you. Hope you enjoy those jokes. All right. I got 3 poems. The first poem is called The Maybe Pit. Here it is. I'm sorry. My mind is foggier than any cracked snow globe, with a crying heart spread out like a crimson-soaked robe. I feel like a small fish out of water, gasping for air. Does anyone have clear wisdom to share? My body's so heavy that it feels like a bag of lead. I don't know why. I wish for sleep or a soft bed. Maybe I'm lonely, just another sailor with Wilson lost in a clear blue sea. Maybe I'm angry, just tired of getting covered by this annoying heavy debris. Maybe I'm sad. I'm just feeling nostalgic for the ghostly things that I used to have. Maybe it's fear, an unforeseen monster ready to pounce and put me into tears. Maybe it's doubt. Maybe I just want to ponder in the soft couch. Maybe it's grief. Maybe I'm waiting for a summer breeze of blissful relief. Maybe I'm depressed. Maybe someone can remove this rock slide off my chest. Maybe I'm bored. Maybe I need color to paint my white core. Maybe I feel unloved. I'm just air looking for his snowy white dove. Maybe this is confusion. Maybe I just want a sudden change to this boring situation. Maybe I'm hungry. Maybe that's why I smell steak, pies, and curry. Maybe I'm just cold. Maybe I'm tired of playing this hand, so I fold. Maybe it's writer's block. Maybe I need to dynamite to blow away this rock. Maybe there are so many things. I'm alive, which means my days keep on singing. Thank you. I got another poem. This is called I'm Still Standing. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you know I'm still standing? Better than I ever did. Look like a true survivor. Feel like a little kid. I'm still standing. After all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. You're a glossy fragment inside my mind. Now you leave me far behind. I feel sad, but I'm not confined. I feel confused, but I'm not blind. I was dancing on glass just to please you. I was changing to captivate you. I burn my money just to worship you. I starve for hours just to feed you. I admit I lost my head. My eyes were rosy red. I couldn't sit still or go to bed. My hungry heart hung by a thread. I thought she was a woman of my dreams. Her presence made me feel supreme. I was in love to the extreme. I was blinded by a backstabbing scheme. I was her prisoner, held by chains. The pain was hard to explain. I was a slave in her self-deluded domain. I cried a wild hurricane with a great chance of rain. I was a big sucker like no other. My common sense nestled right under. I was a runner, but I just suffer. I truly believe I was her lover. It was a pale, frigid spring. Only our differences sing. Only the silent stings. I was a foolish king. I was a dog in a leash. I was a bird in a cage. I was wilted on the beach. It didn't get better with age. I couldn't take it anymore. It rhymes in my bloody core. The facade I could have ignored. I ran quickly out the door. The things people do for love. It doesn't make any logical sense. Some says a gift from above. If I have one defense, it is that we were innocent. If I fall in love, I think of this song. I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. If it doesn't fit like a glove, it is wrong. This is a matter of experience and fact. I'm still standing, not as a little kid. I'm still standing, much better than I ever did. I'm still standing, without an annoying lid. I'm still standing, something I can't undid. Thank you. Last but not least, this is called I Have a Dream. I have a dream we could love each other. I have a dream we can respect each other. I have a dream we can understand each other. I have a dream we can support each other. I have a dream we can educate each other. I have a dream we can cherish each other. I have a dream we can guide each other. I have a dream we can inspire each other. I have a dream we can hold each other. I have a dream we can empower each other. I have a dream we can shelter each other. I have a dream we can feed each other. I have a dream we can protect each other. I have a dream we can strengthen each other. I have a dream we can heal each other. I have a dream we can nurture each other. I have a dream we can radiate with each other. I have a dream we can lift up each other. I have a dream we can celebrate each other. I have a dream we can prosper with each other. I have a dream we can free each other. I have a dream we can live in harmony with each other. I have a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Love that use of anaphora, that repetition there. But yes, as always, Ed, still dreaming, still standing, still singing, ever fantastic. That's right, Ed, poetastic. How can the fine people watching support your work and follow you online?
Well, you can support my work or support this wonderful open mic that makes our Monday nights a delight in the wonderful, fantastic, or musical spotlight. But if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman and my IG is Eddie Foreman92. And remember, the mic is right. I'll be there to share my fantastic insight. If you send me a question, you take guess. The answer is yes. Hope everyone stays safe, healthy, and blessed. Never stop spewing the wonderful words inside your chest. Now and never stop feeling and being and doing your best. And remember, you're more important than you ever know.
Beautiful words. Thank you for sharing. And as always, love having you.
Thank you for caring.
Absolutely. You know, we try and say it every time. All right. What is up, everyone? We got a couple more performers. Right now, we're gonna check in to the city of angels, Los Angeles, and we're gonna tune in with the doc himself. I was gonna try and do like a bunch of nicknames, but I couldn't. I just got stuck right now all of a sudden. But you guys already know that class is about to be in session because it's time for another Tez Talk. Let's go ahead and welcome. And I saw him tuning the guitar. He's getting ready. All right, so let's go ahead and welcome back to the show, Mr. Teso Somok. What is up, man? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you, Richie. How are you? I have 1 and 1. I have this is a rerun for my New Yorican folks, but I keep fine tuning these things. So this is a little one scene here titled "In the Footsteps of Fire: Coyote's Odyssey to Find Possum." Tlacuache. Fade in. Exterior, Kern County, Button Willow, Chaparral night. The wild, destructive fires fan by the west to east coastal winds that are inhaled by the scorching summer desert. The westerlies are important to the climate of Kern County. They bring in mild, moist air from the Pacific Ocean that helps to moderate temperatures. The westerlies transport moisture across the Sierra Nevada mountains, essential for agriculture and California water supply. Ashka coyote scurries in the direction of the westerlies with no choice but the blistering sand and abandoned washes, long absent of moisture for months. Coyote gambles, infernal brush ambushes, or paw burns, dehydration, heat exhaustion, or possible collapse from heat stroke. The old man fire, Chop, driven through unmanaged hubris conservation and untended lands, taking lives and homes from the collective abandon of the people. Ash blankets what it spares. The transference of trauma takes hold. Smoke clears and communities begin to feel there is a loss beyond words. Coyote bum rushes into Poop-oo, Roadrunner, as he takes a hard turn into a gully. Pup-oo, whoa there, friend, you almost ran me over. Ashka, well, you're in my way. Poop-oo, take a deep breath. I think we're far enough away from Chop, Old Man Fire. Ashka, my legs are trembling from running away from the fires. The refuge of my territory billows with ashes. Ashka lifts his front paws to show Poop-oo, but Poop-oo flaps his wings out of instinct. Poop-oo, whoa there, you frazzle my feathers. Ashka circles nervously. Ashka, the safety of my chaparral is gone. I can no longer crypsis into greasy chaparral. My home is gone. Yellow-hued moon is no longer beautiful. Poop-oo, I've seen many of you with this problems. I see you're having problems concentrating. You are hyper guarding, you're anxiously startled, drinking too much water, and you haven't gotten any sleep. I have run into others like you, highly irritable. You all seem to be suffering, running away, but to where? Ashka still finds Poo-Poo's words unsettling. Ashka, it doesn't bother you because you are Geococcus californius. Yes, part of that cuckoo family. I think more like the Geocuckoo californius, running around all over the desert looking for the feathers that were taken from you. Poo-Poo. Oh, no, you didn't. Shh, shh. Only if you're a Mexican would you understand that. You little barking yapper. You little canis latrons. Let's calm down. Look, I think you and the other four-legged are suffering from solastalgia. Ashka, you're definitely cuckoo. What are you talking about? Poo-Poo. You know, the distress that you feel due to the destruction of your home environment. You know, the human mental health and the earth, the psychoterapeutic. Asha looks bewildered at Poo-Poo. Ashka, okay, now I know you're cuckoo. Poo-Poo. You need to find old man Tlacuatzin, that night critter, Mr. Possum. He's been known to reside at the old Indian Fort Tejon. Ashka, what is he going to do for me and the other animals? Poo-Poo. He is a newcomer to these lands, new since the 1800s, but his people are known to have the closest connection to Ch'ap, the old man fire. Ashka, you still haven't told me what he's going to do for me. Poo-Poo. Yeah, I heard you're yapping. He will know how to heal your trauma from the Anthropocene, the alienation that we all have from Ch'ap, old man fire. We all must seek away from the incorporeal anxiety, the triggers for flight, the obsessive thinking, the distress of environmental change, and the ecological grief. Ashka, what kind of medicine is that? Poo-Poo. They call it soliphilia. Ashka, what? Poo-Poo. Soliphilia, the solidarity needed between us all to be responsible for place, our bioregion, our unitary collective territorial interest. Ashka. Sounds like good medicine. I must now leave you and follow the westerlies and find that newcomer Tlacuatzin. I would invite you, but you're kind of cuckoo. Ashka beelines it for the grapevine. Poo-Poo follows behind. Poo-Poo. I must be crazy to follow you. Fade out. So that's scene one. There's two more scenes coming for that. This is based on interesting work that's being done recently. It's called Solastalgia to Soliphilia, Cultural Fire, Climate Change, and Indigenous Healing by Erica Tom, Melinda M. Adams, and Ron W. Good. Ron W. Good is an elder fire keeper for the Mono tribe up in Northern California. So interesting work if you guys are interested. There's a recent article on this work, and it's very interesting. It's particular for California, where the landscape, the kind of shrubbery depended on annual burns to actually reseed correctly, and if you don't reseed, you get all the overgrown grasses, and because most of the conservation land is kept in non-symbiotic relationship, means that people can't like do IPM, integrated management. They typically, that's why all the hills are always burning, because but it's all conservation land. Yeah, but it's unmanaged conservation land in traditional indigenous perspective, where you have to have a relationship between the people and the animals. There has to be a kind of layering that happens. I think Mike Sindler has the right iconographic hand gesture that it has to be integrated, and I think this article really addresses, well, these folks doing this work talk about a lot about this, and I've been working those lands, and I always, the lands that have animals on them never burn, but the ones that don't always burn. So it's always an interesting situation. All right, enough of the climate change, New York protests. We're gonna switch over to kids' favorite stuff. Kids let it. If it's not the mad truckers from some Hicksville, I don't want to hear about it. All right. The problem is all in your head. Marjorie said to me, the answer is easy if you take it politically. I like to help you in your struggle to impeach. There must be 50 ways to impeach Joe Biden. Marjorie said it really not my habit to intrude. Furthermore, I hope my meaning won't be lost or misconstrued. But I'll repeat myself at the risk of being crude. There must be 50 ways to impeach Joe Biden. 50 ways to impeach Joe Biden. You must step up to the bat, make a new plot, Scott. You don't need to be Papa, just set Marjorie free. Go out on a limb, Jim. You don't need to discuss much. Keep fanning the flames, James, and it's a fiat complete. Slip out the back, McCarthy. Make a new plot, Scott. You don't need to be Papa. You just listen to Jim. Go out on a limb, Jim. You don't need to discuss much. Keep fanning the flames, James, and it's a fiat complete. Marjorie said it grieves me so to see you in such pain. I wish there was something I could do to make you smile again. I said I appreciated that, and would you please explain about the 50 ways? Audrey said, why don't we both just tweet about it tonight? And I believe that the grift will be kind to convince you right. Then she tweeted and I realized she probably was right. There must be 50 ways to impeach Joe Biden. 50 ways to impeach Joe Biden. There you go.
All right, we saw it. I was seeing light bulbs go off little by little in the little Zoom rectangles.
Oh my god.
Cool, man. So how can people follow you online and check out more of your work? I see you have all your books, and I know you got a bunch of other stuff going on.
Sure, folks can follow me on Instagram under Gaseous2019, on Facebook under Pandemic Poets, the group, and then on tesosomok.substack.com for my test talks. And I think that's about it. Hopefully when you get this video, when you upload this, I'll be able to make a video out of this song and put it on.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
would be cool. Thank you, Tez. Awesome stuff. All right. So thanks again, everyone, for joining us on our Monday night online open mic. We do this every Monday. If you do want to join us, all you have to do is sign up. We do have a sign up link available through our link tree, which can be found on most of our social media sites. But yeah, we've made it through 99% of our list tonight. But I would say the journey is just beginning, because it is time to call upon our closer, the man who closes out the night in the most unique of ways. Let's see what we have today. It is the one, the only Dan the Man, who I hope is by the computer. Dan, are you here? Dan, calling Dan, paging Dan. Let's see, waiting for the computer screen to turn on.
Dan.
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 Let me see.
Dan.
He sometimes he conveniently has started making dinner when he knows he's about to go up. So let's see. I'm gonna do a 2-minute warning to see if we hear from Dan. Also, I don't know, maybe the internet went out, but we'll see. Again, shout out to everyone who has performed so far and everyone who's been tuning. If you're here as an EPCC student for extra credit or for the QR code for the Tejano passport, then shoot me an email. You can find me online, Professor Marrufo. You just type me in the school system. I will show up. You can also just find me online, Deadwall Reveries, or you can message the Barbed Open Mic page anywhere, Instagram, Facebook, and I will get you that code. Shout out to Ron Mark Thompson, who's still in the chat. Hey, it's good to see you. Yeah, Ron has been so supportive of so many of the performers, and we're all supportive of you as well. Man, I don't know what to do because I don't really feel like stalling a whole lot. Dan, I'm gonna say
Dan.
I'm gonna have to do like a. Actually, do I have his number? Yeah, I do have his number. I'm gonna give him a quick little.
Call him. We don't want to have a week without him. Wouldn't be
Maybe he fell
right.
asleep. We have had. Never mind.
We
have
sort
had
of
people
had
fall
one.
asleep. All right. Okay. Yeah, Ron Mark Thompson in the house. Yeah, even Ron is saying, "Wake up, Dan." Okay, well, we may have to close
Wake up,
it.
little Danny.
I'm kind of afraid of
Wake
the
up, little
consequences.
Danny.
Oh, let's see what else. Oh, yes. So if you haven't already, again, I'm talking to you, new viewer, new listener. Follow us online, Barbed Open Mic, on any social media that you follow. You can find us there. We still need to get on. We don't need to, but we'll eventually maybe get on Threads and all that stuff. Yeah. We do have our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this, this is our YouTube channel. So you can click the subscribe button. If you did like it, make sure to click like. You can also click on that bell to be notified anytime we go live in the future or upload new content. And again, just the more you interact with us, then the more we are willing to, or not willing, the more that it gets pushed out to other people who want to see it. So let's see. I texted him. I just wrote Dan and exclamation marks. I tell him we need to finish the show. This is a new one. In the past, I've had to stall. Hopefully everything's all right. Of course, that's kind of the main thing, right?
Yes, this is like Herculean stalling.
Yeah. Oh, see, yeah. Ron's on the same thought wavelength as me right now. I do not have anything prepared to read, but at the top of the show, Robin did read Jose Olivares, and so it was really great when he visited town last semester, and got to read. If he's a finalist for that award, so I think that'd be really great. Say you got to perform with him. 2-minute warning. Yeah, I know. Doesn't take that. Never mind. I didn't want to sound dismissive. Like, it doesn't take that long to cook ramen, but or yeah, Frog even said the same thing. All right, cool. Chris, the internet might be a little, it might be a little weird. So I think if he doesn't show up as I'm doing this long-winded exit. Oh, good night, Sandy. Good to see you. Hope all is well. We're here every Monday, so it's okay. Attendance is not mandatory. And I guess that right now I'm just kind of talking to Dan if he's listening. We'll be here. We'll be in the after party. You can still perform in the after party if you show up late. It's happened before. Kit is reminding us right now. But yeah, I think for the sake of not me awkwardly talking into the camera for 10-15 minutes waiting for him, I think it's just best to probably close out the show. I hope he understands that. If not, well, we'll let him perform right now.
Yeah, we can tack it on for the video.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So yeah, with that said, shout out again to everyone who performed. Very fun show. I think it ran really smoothly. We got more people joining us throughout the night. And so for the online stream, I'm gonna go ahead and bid you guys good night or have a great week. Have a great